Hi strangers! Would you like to find out how to do your makeup like this today? Yes, it's a death head hog moth makeup look. And I thought that you might like to come along and see how I did this today. If you do want to find out how to do it, then please keep watching. Hi strangers! Yes, it is Monday. It is Monday makeup day today, and we are going to be trying to do some kind of death hawk moth makeup, which I'm really nervous about because I don't want to go too massive because I do have to go out later. So it's something very cute, very small, but very moth-like because I'm planning to do some kind of photo shoot with my moth today. And I really want to put him on my face and have the makeup to, you know, to match him. So we are going to play with lots of colours and I'm going to get this done. So I'm going to be as fast as I can. And yeah, this is going to be fun. So I'll put an image here of what a death head hawk moth looks like. They are beautiful and they have very lovely toned down colours. They're not bright. Apart from the yellow on them and the yellowy orange, they're not very bright. So I'm gonna go with these colours, and yeah, let's get our goth on. Use Carnival today because it has this very lovely colour that I'm looking for in here, which is really close to the colour of the moth, which is right here, which is called Big Top. So we're going to be going in with that today to start with. I'm going to be using lots of browns as well today. So I'm going to get myself a brush and we're going in with the Big Top, which is this lovely dark orange colour, which matches this moth colour exactly. So we're going to start by just going over our lid here and just getting that colour on. I'm going as fast as I can today because the kitten is wanting to play all the time. Bless him. So little Ghost is in his box at the moment. I've been playing with him all morning to try and tire him out a bit so I can get some time to do some makeup. But it's not working out very well at the moment. He's still awake. Okay, so we have some lovely bright. So I'm just going to try and make these both the same both sides here, just by swooping it across. Getting that colour all on there. And then I'm going to be going in with Spotlight in here, which is a white colour, which is right here. So I'm going to get some of that on the brush now and lighten up these corners. I love doing this in the corners, it just makes my eyes much brighter. So I was using the same brush, pick up some white, so we just got a lighter colour to go over the top here. I'm looking for like a grey brown right now, and of course I am thinking about my favourite one, which is right here in this palette. I've nearly used all of it now, oh my goodness. And we're going to go in with that next. And with that, I am going to do a kind of wing design. So I'm going to come out from here where I draw my actual wings on normally. And I'm going to come up a little bit higher. And I'm just going to try and form a wing shape up this way. So my normal wing will go underneath. So this is just above it, not too high. And I'm going to bring that colour down and then sweep it around in this gap right here. So I've got kind of a wing shape there, and I'm going to do the same this side as well. I so wish I could record people's reactions when I go out later. I might actually try and do that. That would be so funny. And yeah, I do some crazy stuff, don't I? But I love it. It's art, it's fun. I really enjoy makeup, so why not? Right, I need to try and make these look both the same though. At that moment they're really not. I'm not sure why. Have I done the other one slightly higher maybe? Let's have a look. Oh, I like that shape. I'm just going to keep adding on till I get the shape that I really want. This one's a lot rounder, I think, on this side, which makes it look really pretty. I find it really hard because my eyes are so different on both sides. So I'm just gonna try and make them the same if I can. I think is that good? I like the look of that. I think that looks pretty cool. I need to do a bit more blending obviously, but I'm just going for the shape right now. Okay. And then I'm going to do another wing underneath that. Me saying I wasn't going to go big. And actually I might leave this top one brown and then have this colour more here at the bottom for the other wing. I'll go back to the other brush now and add some more. I think they're looking like wings. So now I'm going to go back to the colour we had before, and I'm going to just add this under here. This is going to be our second wing here. So I'm just going to bring that underneath the eye here and bring it out. And I'm just going to come back in with this colour over the top of this just to try and lighten it up a little bit more. Okay, so we have our underwings, our above wings, and lots of this really colourful yellow. Okay, as you know, deaf head hawk moths have this skull. I was planning to do a skull on my forehead as well, but I'll probably see what this looks like to start with before I put too much on and regret it later. So now I'm going to use a smaller brush and some grey or black and to lay out some detail of the wings. But I might put my eyebrows on first because then I can see what's going on. And I look so odd without my eyebrows as well, like very odd. So I'm going in again, like the stuff I always use. This stuff is brilliant for if you need to draw on your own eyebrows or if you just want a really dark eyebrow look. And also I love the nib on this, it's so small so you can be really precise with it. Okay, so we have some eyebrows. They're not amazing, they're not perfect, but hey, eyebrows are not meant to be exactly the same anyway. This is what I've heard. Now I feel like my eyes are missing dark as well, so I'm going to go in with my pencil. So I'm going to do now my upper waterline here and really get that black in there. And I think I'm going to do my line black at the bottom today, which I haven't done for ages actually. It feels like a long time. And so all of this black too. And I'm going to do the same the other side. I'm just bringing this out a little bit bigger at the bottom here to make it look really dark. And don't worry, I will be smudging that out in a minute. Going back in with my liquid liner across the top of my lid and to start my wings. I think I'm going to put my wings on next before doodling on the actual wings of this moth. So now I'm going to just come along my top of my waterline here, across my lid. Making this pretty chunky. I've got very hooded eyes, so if I'm doing a big top line, I like to leave my eye open for a couple of, well, I like to look up for a little bit so the liner can actually dry before I close my eyes, otherwise it can ruin everything. And I'm going to do the same the other side, trying to stay like this. This is hard. This is hard work. Okay. Then I'm going to do my my wing. Hopefully this won't mess up. So I'm just using this bit here at the bottom of the wing just for my guide here where I'm going to put my wing today, and then bring it across. So now I've got my wing on my wing on my wing. And again, like I always do, because I've got very hooded eyes, I don't need a lot to help me join it all together from this point. So I just tilt my head up a little bit, come out a tiny bit further. It's a bit dodgy, this wing, isn't it? I just bring it out a tiny bit more. And then I like to do a shark fin around in this area. So we have a circle shape and it joins it all together. So when I close my eyes, it looks like it it doesn't even look like that today, but let's make it look like that a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do the same the other side now. Okay, so we have our wings on as well now, and now I'm going to play with these two wings here, and we're going to add some detail to them now just to make them really look like proper wings. So I have some images I've got here that I'm going to try and copy. Here is a death hawk moth. I don't know how close I can show you. There we go. So this is the kind of wing look we're looking for. It might not be the same, but we're going to give it a go. So just very basic, not too much detail. I love the stripes down its body and I'd love to add that in somehow. So I'm not too sure how we're going to do that yet, but we're going to have fun with this anyway. So I think I'm going to use Zombified now and use their blackened hair, which is called Kill Count. And I'm going to very gently now draw on some patterns on for our wings. Make sure that you get all the extra bits of dust stuff. I've got a very small, might need a smaller one, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to start with the top ones and we're just going to add some details. So I'm just going to add in some lines going down. So I'm just lightly dragging the brush. These are moth wings, so I want the details to be quite gentle, and I'm just trying to kind of mimic the little patterns on their wings slightly. And then what I'm going to do is I'll do one bit and then I'll come over the other side and try and copy it this side too, so they're near enough the same. Okay, so it's kind of looking a bit more like a moth wing now. I'm just going to try and blend out these colours a little bit more so they look more like moth textured, because moths have got very detailed wings and I want these to seem very soft and very moth-like. So I'm just going to blend out this black a little bit around so it's not so harsh and a bit more moth looking. Is that looking a bit better? I think this side looks better than this side for some reason. Okay, and now we're going to start on the bottom wings. Again, it looks like it's brown on the wings, but I'm going to use black because I think with the yellow that's there, it probably look like a brown colour. On their bottom wings, they actually have lines that come out. So I'm going to do the shape here that I want to do. Again, I'm trying to make the edges very gentle here, nothing too harsh. I've kind of got an outline going on. I'm using some black just to smoke out across to this wing from under my eye. And I've noticed that there's like a loopy line, so I'm going to draw some lines going up. Like so. We've got our little lines going on in here. And then I'm going to very carefully try and loop these together so there's one darker bit in the middle. So just by like looping it around, going to the inside. A bit like a spider web really, but just down, going across from each other. And then I'm going to do the same the other side, trying to keep it the same distance from like this side. I might come in a little bit more and do one more line underneath. So a tiny bit more up to the third line on this side. Just to give it a little bit more of a wing look. Okay, so this is what our wings look like at the moment. I think they look pretty cool. I kind of like it. There's a few bits that I need to shade out a little bit more to try and even this all out a bit. So I'm just going to come in and just blend out the bits that are looking a little bit rubbish around the outsides here. And I'm thinking I want to make this pop just a tiny bit more. What to do is we're going to shape our face a little bit. This is what I'm doing anyway, you don't have to do this step. But I just really like to really make my face shape a little bit more smaller. So I do my jowls under here. And I'm just using a brown like sun tanny thing, which is nearly gone. Look how nearly gone this is now. And yeah, I just think this really helps, makes my face look a lot smaller. I have got a little bit of fallout happening down here, so I might go in and put in some concealer quickly before I do my lipstick and things. So I'm just going to put a dab here, and a little bit on my chin, just to lighten up them areas because I've made black fallout everywhere. And I'm just going to get that on my chin here, top of my lip, and under my eyes, and just tapping it out. Don't want to get too close to what I've been doing here, so I'm just going to tap this out gently. So there we go, that's that bit done. Now I'm going to put my lipstick on. Okay, so that's the lipstick on. Today I'm using the same one as I use all the time, which is the Barry M, which is Matte Me Up. It's amazing. So now I've done that, I think that I'm still missing something. I'm going to put lashes on in a bit, but I think I'm needing something a bit more darker just to try and balance this out a little bit. So I am thinking about doing a small skull on my forehead and then adding some black onto the wings here. Like, you could leave it like this. It still looks pretty nice, but I I want more. So I'm now going to be coming in with my Jolie Beauty water activated paint. So I might actually do some highlights on the wings first before I crack on with the skull here, because I don't want to overkill this look, because I'm good at that. I'm like, oh, add a bit of this, oh, add a bit of that, and then it'll end up looking crazy. So I'm just going to put some highlights in the wings here. So I'm just tapping in the white in all these little bottom parts of the box that I've created here, just to try and highlight the tips of the wings slightly. And then I'm going to stipple some white bits on the wings up here, just to try and make them look a bit more moth-like. I'm just going to go on with the skull now because I need a skull. So I'm going to start right in the middle here, and I'm just going to do a little circle shape right in the middle. I don't know how well you can see that. So I've just done a little white blob right in the middle of my forehead here, and I'm going to use the white now to go in the corners here of my eyes where I've got it out. So I'm just going to place a little bit underneath and come down just to lighten this area here. And I'll do the same the other side as well. Just to give it a little bit more extra light there. And then to move back onto the skull, I'm just going to come back in with this tiny little brush. And we're going to add some skull things. I was thinking actually it might be better to come in with a dark black, but I'll do it in shadow first to give it a bit more of a 3D look. So try and get as close as I can so you can see what I'm up to. So I'm just going to come near the bottom of these lumps here and dust on 2 dots. So one here and one here. Might actually be dark enough, I'm not sure. So I'm just moving the brush in circular motions around. I'm just trying to get them the same size now and in the right places. So there we have 2 dots there, and we're going to put in go around the bottom here because that's the bottom of the jaw. And then we're just going to shade it around the bottom area of it just to give it a bit more of a shape here. And we can go around the top of the head a little bit too, onto the white, just to give a little bit of shadow around what we're doing, so it pops a bit more. Next I'm going to use some white eyeliner underneath my eyebrows just to brighten up that area as well. So I'm just going to use this white pencil and drag it up from under my eyebrow, and the same the other side. And then I'm going to use my finger to blend it out a little bit so it's not so thick. And yeah, I think the makeup's near enough done. I am really tempted to add more black to this though. Do you know, I'll have to try and stop myself though because I don't want it too dark. Moths are very fuzzy and soft coloured looking, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. So yeah, I still want to add black. I'm going to do my lashes quickly and then we're finished. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to put my lashes on and do my hair, and then I'll show you the finished look. So this is today's finished makeup look. And yeah, I think it's come out really nice actually. I was expecting it to be a little bit more darker. I have added some dark lines around the bottom here, and I've added some antennae onto the little skull and added some dark features. And yeah, I think this is exactly what I was going for really. I normally would do something much bigger than this, but I do have to go out later, and I think this is acceptable for going out. I think it looks quite pretty. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope that you all have a really lovely day, and I will see you later. Goodbye.